Oftentimes, people just want to learn trick shots like this, or trick shots like these. So, because they win the point. But more often than not, they do not know that it is the shot before the setup that is the one that helps them win the points. So because of this trend, a lot of YouTube coaches have started to make a lot of trick shot videos, but they miss out on the setup. So in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most underrated techniques in badminton that will help you win points in the game. So this technique is called the flick shot, and it is amazing. So the flick shot is a flat attacking shot. It's kind of like a variant of the lifting shot. So the lifting shot is a high, rounded shot, but the flick, you want it as flat as you can, as parallel to the ground as you can, towards the back. But bear in mind, it needs to be over the range of the opponent's racket. So it looks something like this. The floor is slippery. There are a lot of reasons why I absolutely love this technique, but here are 3 of my favorite. The first is that it doesn't require a huge amount of power or stamina to execute this technique. So unlike the smash, you require tremendous amount of power or a lot of technique to be able to overcome your opponent. Sorry. I need to take the shuttle. The shuttle is in his butt. With a flick shot, I can do it with just 3 fingers. Not only that, the flick shot can be used as a weapon to kill your opponent during the serve or when your opponent is unprepared, because it allows you to start the rally very aggressively and put a lot of pressure on your opponent because of the speed. And reason number 2 is that the flick shot is great to kill the opponent and win points. There's so many opportunities to use the flick shot when you're receiving the serve, during the rally, or even after the rally where you're passing the shuttle back to your opponent. But that means you lost the point. Wait. When your opponent passes the shot back to you, they can flick the shuttle back to you. So when you receive the serve with a flick shot, it allows you to start the game very aggressively and puts a lot of pressure on your opponent because of the pure speed of the shuttle. If your opponent is off guard or not prepared, it allows you to instantly win the point. Not to mention that the flick shot pairs very, very well with trick shots. And the third reason why I absolutely love the flick shot is because it's a fantastic setup. So what do I mean by setup? So because the flick shot is such a fast and aggressive technique, it creates a lot of pressure, forcing your opponent to make unforced errors when it's actually your shot that puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. Additionally, because the shot is flat and fast, it creates a sense of urgency. So better players would try to capitalize on this and try to attack or catch your flick shot and attack. And that gives you an opportunity to counter attack. So it's kind of like baiting the opponent to attack with a flick shot that is actually not easy to attack, but it baits them. But just bear in mind though, when you try to flick with the intention of countering their attack, make sure that when you flick, the shuttle is away from the range or reach of your opponent. Otherwise, you're going to get a nasty surprise. This is the most relevant when you're doing the cross flick because that's where you kind of go within the range of the racket. Usually the straight flick, it's harder to be within the range of the racket. So just bear that in mind. So with that said, are you going to use more flick shots in your game? So remember, there's an alternative technique that I mentioned earlier in the video that allows you to kill your opponent, but it requires a lot of power. What's that technique called? That's right, it's to smash the subscribe button and to check out my other smashing tutorials right here. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. So, sa, so, sa.